Well, tackling youth crime, the Franklin County Juvenile Court says with more kids being charged with stealing cars, they're putting more and more juveniles on GPS ankle monitors.
Judges telling our Crime Tracker 10's Lacey Crisp a newer version of the device is harder to tamper with, which allows judges to monitor kids better as they await their day in court.
Judge Monica Hawkins explains to me it's not the court's role just to lock kids up, but to place restrictions on them. She tells me the new GPS ankle monitors are working.
We're not designed to keep children in jail. They're supposed to be released out in the community. You're supposed to work with the family and with shareholders and with collaborators in the school to try to combat and correct the problem. The problem is our hands are tied because we have to let children out because our duty is not to hold children until they are adjudicated.
Franklin County Juvenile Court Judge Monica Hawkins just took over as administrative judge for the court. She explains judges are using GPS ankle monitors more and more to monitor youth who have been charged with criminal offenses.
Overall, I do believe that it serves a good purpose, that it keeps the child home and gives them some parameters and give them some boundaries like they're in a JIC, but it gives them a little bit of the freedoms to not be locked behind a bolted door, steel door in a one-room cell.
Late last year, the court swapped out the type of monitors they were using to a tougher-built version that is said to be much more difficult to tamper with. Through a public records request, the Franklin County Juvenile Court explains to 10 TV, in 2022, GPS ankle monitors were used 495 times. Of those, a warrant was filed 222 times for different reasons. The court does not keep track of why a warrant was served, if it was because the monitor was cut, or if the youth did not follow the orders for other reasons. Compare that to 2023, where ankle monitors were used more, 510 times, with 197 being closed with a warrant. Hawkins argues it shows the ankle monitors are working.
With anything else, there's always a couple bad apples. There's only a small percentage of kids that are committing delinquent acts, and there's only a small percentage that are cutting the GPS system, and we usually catch them.
She says the detention center is also usually full. The capacity is 132, with 108 beds for boys and 24 for girls. Ankle monitors allow the courts to monitor kids while keeping space open for violent offenders.
So we have to balance that also, and we're almost always at capacity. So the lower level offenders and children who we don't believe are safety or danger, they may go home on a GPS monitor. But if they violate that, then they get brought back in, and we consider whether to hold them. And I can tell you, speaking for myself, I'm considered one of the tougher ones because I hold them.
And Hawkins explains to me stealing a car isn't an offense where judges used to place kids on a GPS ankle monitor, but because the problem has become so rampant, more kids are being placed on an ankle monitor for receiving stolen property. In Columbus, Lacey Crisp, 10 TV News.
If you want to know where crime is happening in your neighborhood, use our interactive crime map at 10tv.com/crimetracker10.